Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me, your girl, Icy, and for today's unboxing, I'm going to start with a very shaky cam because for my usual setup, we're talking about Sweet Screams Twyla today. For my usual setup, this box is so fucking big that I have to manually use my phone and hold it in position to show you the entirety of the box because it's so big. I cannot capture it with showing all the chaos that is around my usual doll setup. Okay, so as I already said, today we are going to unbox Sweet Screams Twyla. This is a Monster High Collector doll that was revealed um, at the San Diego Comic-Con, so which means she's a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, even though on top it says Scollector. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But the doll was shown back in June, and it's now, for me, right now, it's the middle of November, so I don't know exactly anymore if she was like revealed at Comic-Con or if she was revealed through leaks earlier than that. Anyways, this is the final product and I really love her. And first of all, of course, we are going to take a look over the box, because after I finished you showing the box, I can put my phone down and can talk with a more steady camera. So we have this ongoing sweet nightmare theme going on the front, with a lot of drippiness, a lot of sugar caney stuff, and little treats on the bottom, and it says Sweet Screams Twyla. And on the left there is a little cake monster, and on the right I think those could be those sour apples, I think. But I have to turn the box, so I have to quickly pause the video. And you already can see, like, when I say this box is massive, I mean this box is massive. Already you can see over here there is this little holographic pattern that is all over the box, and on this side you can simply see a lot more of the nightmare realm theme, with the drippiness and this huge mountain. And by huge I mean, by the way, this is my fucking hand. This thing is as wide as my entire hand. I can barely grip it to turn it around. So yeah, this is one of the sides. Let me turn the box to the other side. This is the other side, obviously the a lot more exciting side, because here we have a an artwork of Sweet Screams Twyla, and it is here because there's also a diary, which I will show you later. And further down, we have all the people that worked on this particular doll, and I think they deserve a what's it called? A naming. They deserve a naming. I really had to pause there for a second and to really think about what I wanted to say. Anyways, so this is the other side, and now I'm going to show you the back. And this is the back of the box. And you can see it looks like a portal with the silhouette of Twyla here being in the middle. There's also in a swirl written a poem, I think. I can try to turn around my camera, but that would not make very much sense, and I cannot read upside down, so I will hopefully put the text in the middle of, or somewhere on the side of this right now, so that you can read it without me having to turn the box physically, because at some point this will give Twyla a headache, which we do not want. Okay, so I went over the box, obviously. I'm going to turn her around to finally unbox her. And I also will finally put my setup down so that it is to be a steady camera. By the way, I literally just opened the box and there is literally coming off a scent of like cake pops, I think. Um it like it really smells good. It oh my god, it smells like cake pops or a funfetti cake, even though it mentions on the back of the box that Dustin had be that he is now scented. And um this is what I can definitely smell. So that was just a quick side note of me that I noticed this scent of cake pops or funfetti cake, or like it just smells sweet in general. Anyways, I go to unbox her now, and I will put the phone onto my steady um arm thing that I have. By the way, something I also forgot to mention is that the background is like 3D. It is in layers. There is different layers of background so that Twyla looks a lot more 3D. Wow, it's interesting what color does. Well, anyways, it is a 3D background, and that's also like a very very cool little detail, I think. So now I will continue unboxing her for real. Okay, so that was a fight. Holy fuck. Getting Twyla actually out of the box and from all those tags off, that was a struggle. Like, it was such a struggle. But here she is. We just don't act like as if I ever had the biggest struggle in my life so far. Here she is, Twyla. And she is so gorgeous out of box. She looks even better, especially when you have the right lighting and the right background, which I'm not having right now. But I cannot, like, usually I put the box of the doll in the background, but since this is she's having a huge ass box, I cannot put the box in the background because then I would have to move all of the shit that is in this doll room out of the way. So we just live with Twyla herself for now. Okay. So, as you can already see, her dress looks super sparkly, her makeup looks super gorgeous, and her hair looks super poofy. Um I actually don't know what I want to go over first. I think I go over the color scheme at first because her color scheme is obviously this light translucent blue with a lot of mint purple, a minty purple, and a minty green. Um, I hope you cannot hear the sirens in the background. If so, I'm sorry. Um, and actually, there's so much on Twyla going on. So her hair is this minty green and the minty esque lavender. She's having side swoop bangs. I don't like those bangs, but I cannot do them for now because they are gelled to hell, as I like to say. They are gelled to hell. I cannot do anything much with them right now. I want to give them a bit of an upwards swoop to them once I want to uh, make her look pretty. But for now, she looks pretty as she is. And yeah, she's also wearing this cute little head, which a bunny skull on top. It looks like melted cotton candy, which is her theme. Her theme, Twyla's nightmare theme, is cotton candy, as it is stated on the back of the box. And so yeah, well, in general, her theme is also candy. That's why she is having those very cute earrings over here. They have two different, it's a lollipop and a candy in a classic candy wrapper. She is, by the way, standing on a see-through standard Monster High stand, which came with the doll, so that's a good thing. And when we're already this close to the camera, I can show you that she's also wearing this cute little necklace, which is of course a bit crooked because why the fuck not? Now you can't see the little skull anymore. Chaos. It's always chaos. I can never have a non-chaos unboxing, I guess. So there's a little skull, and on her dress itself, there's also a little skull. And yeah, basically the skulls are a reoccurring theme because Twyla also has this cute handbag. And in the handbag are actually little plastic wrappers. Give me a second and I show them. Okay, so I managed to get one out of the purse, and this is the little wrapper. They have see-through eyes and they are black with a skull on it. Basically, those wrapper candies are also in her dress. But they are only in the most top tulle part of her. And since we're already anyways talking about her dress is like supposed to be in those puffy sleeves are supposed to represent those candy wrapper wrappings, like on the little candy. And they are actually in two different colors. The left one is more of a bluish purple, and the right one is a purple purple. And we're talking about her face in a second. Then she has this huge ruffle tulle. It's actually a skirt. um, thing. It is very, very poofy. It has a lot of layers. It is actually quite sturdy. Like, it is very much tulle, so it does not move around. It has different layers to it, obviously. We have this more ruffled purple one. It looks a bit more ruffled than the rest. The rest just looks like plain tulle in different colors, but that's fine. And further down, we have Twyla's shoes, and as well something very unique to her, because on this leg she is having this fog effect, but it's like not a typical fog effect. It's like dripping, and it has this candy cane theme swirl in there, and it just looks very cool. It is very drippy and it fits her entire theme. It really looks super duper cute, and to highlight that she is having this swirl on only one leg, she is wearing two different shoes actually, because the other shoe is having this wrap around gooey stickiness that is wrapping around her leg. And going further down, the furthest down you can actually go, we can see that her shoes look like they are melting, and we have those little skulls underneath her shoes. And I'm going to turn her feet to the side because you can see they are full skulls, and as well as you can now see that she is wearing object heels. They look like they are melting. The shoes look that they are melting, over the skulls, and they have this little candy cane, no, not candy cane, candy cone holders. Because if I turn her legs, I'm sorry, Twyla, if I turn her legs even more around, you can see that they are actually cotton candies that are melting and going on to the heeled part. It really looks cute, but I going to turn Twyla's feet around again. Um, and I really love that design. I really love that it just all looks drippy and melting, and it's just on theme. And the little skulls in there are a very cute accent, and I tried to wiggle on them, but they are really are in there, so you cannot remove them. It also would not make that much sense to remove the skulls. I thought it would be a cool little gimmick. It is not. They are in there and you cannot get them off. So we are going back up to Twyla's face and arms, because you can see that she is having her black swirls on her left, well, on camera left arm, and on her right arm, where she's wearing this cute little candy wrapper purse. She's not having any swirls whatsoever, but I think that is very, very cool, because it's like mirrored. Her arms are mirrored in comparison to her legs, because on her on camera right leg is like the gooey shadow swirl, and then on her left arm are those little swirls. And I think I have not talked about some one little about her that she comes with, and that is her little companion, Dustin. Dustin did get turned into a little fluffy cotton candy cone, and he does have a smell. I love that it's a little hat, and his face is just so adorable. It's so cute. And if you turn it around and hold it like this, it really looks like a cotton candy, besides like his ears. But other than that, it really looks like a cotton candy with a cone on the bottom. Well, which is actually on top. Let me, I just did sniff on Dustin, and he really gives off a very distinct smell, like so much, in fact, that as I showed you earlier, the whole box was smelling like that. He is supposed to smell like cotton candy, but for me, this does not smell like cotton candy. It does give a sweet smell, um, but I have to like really touch with my nose. Dustin, I'm so happy that you cannot see any of this, but it is a sweet. It still reminds me of a classic cake pop vanilla smell. It's sweet, and I really love it. And I really love Dustin. He's cute, and I love that he smells. I heard that the others of the Sweet Screams line, the other pets do or did have a smell as well, but since the others from the line are like now years old, I don't think that they will smell anymore. So I think the smell on Dustin will fade as well, since I will gonna be display him. So he definitely will lose this very sweet scent, and I really cannot stop smelling this sweet scent. It really smells good. I love that. Okay, so but now we are going to talk about Twyla's face. I saved, in my opinion, the best part for last, because this way, let me readjust a bit. Okay, so this face, oh my god, Twyla's makeup is incredible. I cannot point that out enough. Like, she's having this lavender eyeshadow with the more darker eyeshadow below it. She has extravagant lashes, like they look just so feathery, and also her face is unsymmetrical, I think is the right word for that. And I just love that. If I were like super talented in makeup, I would wear this makeup instantly. Because it looks just so gorgeous. It is I can try to move it up. Yeah, I think now I have to rearrange her bangs sooner or later. Um I because I did literally not see that, but she's having very light blue highlights on her eyebrows as well. We just press it down and pretend I never did lift it up again. And so yeah, her lashes are very, very feathery. And in my opinion, this makeup, the droopiness on the eye and the little spikes with the dots, in my opinion, her face is just giving um sad clown, but in like a very bizarre horror aesthetic dark pleasing way. Does that make sense? I think so. For me it makes sense. um and I love that fact. Her lips are a very glossy black, and she's also wearing a huge amount of blush, which just that's probably one of the points that is selling to me the fact that she's giving sad clown, and I love that. It's like very, very spooky, and I cannot get enough about this spooky yet still so cool ethereal look. Um because it just fits in with this candy theme so much. And her irises are two colored. They are purple and blue. And she, of course, has button eyes. I really love that design choice because the button eyes are just the cutest. This dark eyeliner with black and purple is just everything is so well made together. I could look at her for hours. And her eyes are actually not only makeup wise and yeah, makeup wise, not only that is a good part or a very, very great part. Her eyes light up in the dark. They glow in the dark, I'm sorry. Which is like a very cool feature. I knew that. Um but it was like very, very, very much in the back of my head. I just knew that because yesterday when she arrived, I had a very bright light shining on her, and I turned it off, and then her eyes glowed, and it was just great. Um, I'm going to turn off the light in a second, so you hopefully can see a bit of a glow. I don't know how my camera will handle that. We are going to see that together, I think. Or at least I'm going to take a test and then we see how it turns out. Okay, so I'm going to turn off the light in 3, 2, 1. Look at that! Oh my god! Her eyes are so bright. Oh my god, I love that. Of course, the camera quality is like shit for now, but oh my god, it looks really good. Let me just turn the light back on and readjust the lighting. But oh my god, wow, they really do glow bright. Um Wow, I love that detail so much. And it showed up on camera. I was not sure up until this point if it really showed up. Oh my god, it's so cool. I am just so in love with this doll. Oh my god. Okay, but there's one feature I really have not talked about yet. And that is her hair. Like I briefly went over it and stuff. Like it is there, it has colors and stuff. So her hair is actually supposed to represent like also obviously cotton candy. And it is very, very curly. Actually, I'm going to turn her around so you can see how horrible she looks in the back. But her hair is in a very fine net so that it stays together very, very neatly. I don't know if I can pick on the net or if I can, or if I instantly, no, there is the net. I don't know if it's even very much visible. Like, I have to move the camera here. She is wearing a little hairnet. Um, so yeah, I don't know if I want to remove the net or not. For now, it stays on, and her hair is actually like supposed to be two little puffy balls. Um, so that her hair is actually like two little cotton candy balls, and they are really fluffy. They are fluffy and so soft. She's just super duper cute. Also, before I tell you my final thoughts about this doll, I'm going to show you her Sweet Screams story. This is the artwork, and I just think it looks absolutely gorgeous. It is so colorful, it is so beautiful, and it just, this artwork is a work of art. This artwork is literally a work of art. And I'm going to show you the little story. And if you want to, you can pause to read it. Um, it's like basically a story about that Twyla is eating the candy with a sleep thing stuff in it. But let me fact check myself. Yes, yes, it literally says that. She wanted a candy to cause sweet dreams, and well, the um, recipe turned out wrong, and they end up in basically a nightmare realm. And again, pause to read if you want to, because I'm not reading this out loud. But it's basically that she arrived there and was very confused, and then she basically sees her friends, like the other ones of the Sweet Screams line, and she saves them so that they can get out of there together. I personally only want Gulia out of this lineup as well, but she's like very expensive to get at the moment. um, so yeah, on the last side, I'm sorry, on the last side, it they safely return back and everything is fine. So yeah, everything turns out pretty good. The last side is blank. Yeah, as far as I know, Twyla is supposed to be the last of the Sweet Screams line, but don't take me by my word because I don't know it for sure. Um, so yeah, I hope they will add more, but I think she is the last one because obviously the story did end there. So I think if they want to add any more characters, they really have to tweak that story somehow to make it that Twyla still saves everyone in the end. But because of the last picture, I really don't think that we will get someone else from the Sweet Screams line. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you my last final thoughts about this Scholector San Diego Comic Con exclusive doll, because I think that this Twyla might be one of my favorite Monster High collector dolls. Of course, on place number one is still the Alien doll, the Xenomorph. But Twyla definitely is on the second place. Definitely 100%. Um, she manages to look both adorable and haunting at the same time. Um, like a sugar coated nightmare, I have written in my great notes. um, and just all of her details are so thoughtfully done that I am still in awe about this doll. I really can look at her for hours on end and not get bored because she just looks so beautiful. So if you are a fan or if you love the themed collector dolls, this one is definitely a must. If you got her, I'm so so happy for you, and if you did not get her, please don't buy from those greedy scalpers, please, because they are greedy and they don't care about the doll, they don't care about you, they care about your money and about your desperation. So please, please, please don't give them what they want. Someday they will go down with their prices. It might take a while, it might take years, but they eventually will go down if we stop buying from resellers. So please, 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 if you really want her, I don't recommend buying from scalpers or resellers because they are just assholes and they don't care about you, about the doll that they are actually selling. They care about your money and they're greedy. I know that from experience. Um because I was like in a heated discussion with a scalper once and they are fucking assholes, just saying. And yes, for me, they're all the same. All resellers, scalpers, not resellers, scalpers. Of course, scalpers are they just don't care. They don't care about you. They care about your money, and that's it. Okay, enough about this rant. That's basically then it for my today's unboxing. And thank you very, very much for watching. And if you really liked me talking and rambling about this cutesy dootsy doll and her little companion, leave a like and leave a comment what you think about this Twyla. And if you do not, then Dustin is going to haunt your dreams and he's going to bring you into the nightmare Sweet Screams realm forever, okay? So consider liking and subscribing. Bye!